Okay, this is an overall perspective for the year 2013, recorded at about 9 o'clock in the morning on the 31st of December 2012. It may be a long one, so bear with me. I'll be as concise as I can. Neptune in Pisces is not doing a great deal apart from to people born at the start of Pisces and Virgo and Gemini and Sag. And in the big picture, Neptune in 2013, at the global perspective, is unlikely to be that major a mover or shaker. That is down to the domain of Uranus and Pluto. The square between the two of them is ongoing and still getting stronger, with on the one hand Pluto's desire to transform the structures and boundaries of the larger corporate and political and economic groups that we live in, being directly challenged by Uranus and Aries, bringing the rights of the individual and words like personal freedom, independence and liberty much more to the fore. And this ongoing clash between the need of the individual and the need of for some type of structure and control in community is only going to become more and more polarized over the coming year. Saturn in Scorpio in Pluto's sign, while Pluto's in Capricorn, which is Saturn's sign. This lasts all year, and from January through to August, the two are in very good aspect to each other. And I take this as Saturn bringing a great deal more structure and order into the Scorpionic side of other people's money, of other people's resources, investments, loans, things like this, and forcing situations to become much more boundaried and structured, whilst at the same time Pluto in Capricorn is transforming the nature of those boundaries and structures. So I suspect that steadily over the coming 6 to 9 months we will see, at least at the small level, a complete restructuring of financial systems around the world in ways that will then change the bigger picture. So I'm not saying this is a bad thing at all. Jupiter in Gemini is not conveniently placed in the larger scale of things and will not be so in the first few months of the year. Indeed, as Jupiter picks up speed and moves into latter Gemini during April and May, it seems very clear to me that this is a very favourable time for a large number of individuals. There's a great deal of economic growth. I know. December 2012, there's a great deal of economic growth coming for individuals, small groups around April and particularly May and June 2013. And this will continue into July and August. As we get into September, Jupiter begins to establish itself firmly into Cancer, much more friendly sign than Gemini for Jupiter, and we're going to see some type of better feel-good factor sweeping around the world. When Jupiter moves into Cancer, it will square Uranus and oppose Pluto. This will last for about a month, from mid-July to mid-August, maybe late July to late August, and at this time there is a trigger point when Mars in the sky comes together with Jupiter, opposite Pluto and square Uranus, and this will happen in the last 3 or 4 days of July, first 3 or 4 days of August. To me, this is the only really big trigger point of the coming year. We're going to see a number of interesting visual phenomena over the coming year, at least one if not two comets, and we're going to see quite a few signs in the skies, if you like. But overall, it's going to be a calmer year. And I suspect that it really begins in January 2013. Around January the 10th, 11th, 12th, the Capricorn new moon brings things into stark reality, the choices that need to be made. And by the Leo full moon at the end of January, it's going to be very clear, it's this way or that way. And the full moon at the end of January is going to be very much a choice point, but more on that one nearer the time. In the last minutes of 2012. Thank you, goodbye, and looking forward to next year. Have a good 2013. Bye.